everybody, this is Tina with Loving Life's Little Blessings, and welcome to Love and Life Friday. I have been keeping my Love and Life Friday posts, and they're more just about kind of scrapbooking projects that I have going on, or just kind of diving in more to scrapbooking, maybe not necessarily all project life. So right here you're looking at two albums. This is a project that I've been working on for a friend, and I wanted to show you. It's actually her wedding album, and these are not the albums that this is going to stay in. It's just what I have put everything in. So one of the reasons I wanted to share this is because I wanted to share how I've really been able to batch process a lot of this album. I mean, it is a huge undertaking. So it's all of her wedding, everything before her bridal shower, her engagement story, everything leading up to the wedding, and then her wedding. So the first album holds everything prior to the actual wedding. So what we did is we picked two themes, like two designer series papers that she liked, that she had a country-ish wedding. And so we picked two designer papers that sort of went with what she liked. And then I matched up embellishments to that. Like I just piled everything in. So we piled the paper. Sorry, I'm right by my window. And embellishments. And then what we did is we printed all the pictures, and then that's the next step is after we had all the pictures, we sort of just went through and put them in the orientation, like chronological order, okay? So this is not even completely done. It's something that we've been working on for months and months and months and months. Part of it is just our schedules don't always tend to match up, and so it's hard to get together to work on it. So it starts with her engagement story, and then you can see like I've just dropped items into page protectors of where they're going to go. And then we're also going to get large photos, like I want to do some 12 by 12 photos and just some larger photos. So this is a perfect example. So we did this. It's a mix of traditional scrapbooking and then project lifestyle. So right now there's not a ton of embellishing done because after we dropped in the photos that are in the right spot, then I've been going back and attaching them to the paper, and then I'll go back and embellish. So like this is a perfect example. I'm going to do this in a 12 by 12 photo, and then I'm going to trim it down so it's a 6 by 12. So then you can see we've layered her photos, and then this is going to be a 12 by 12 photo, and it's going to be right here. So it's going to have this awesome layered effect. When you look at this, it's going to be like this is a big photo, and then there's still, and we still have to do journaling, that's the other thing. So then here's more of just like the photos cut down and trimmed, and then there'll be journaling or an embellishment here, and then you turn it over here, and then there'll be this big giant photo. So it'll have a great impact. So then here's a fun thing that I did with Project Life page protectors. This was her dress. So these were all the different dresses that she had tried on. So she had all these photos, and as we were looking at the photos, she would say, oh, I just loved the back of this dress so much. I just, when I tried it on, I loved it. So we took a photo of that. Oh, I loved the bottom of this dress. And then there's one in here. Oh, here's one that has color. It's like the train has the color. So I thought, well, I really wanted to do something that highlighted all of these dresses that she tried on, because she went to all these different places and tried on all these different dresses. And yeah, she found one that she really liked and she ended up wearing to the wedding, and that's great. But the story, I wanted to document the story that she tried on all these dresses. So I just took this is a design B, and it has the 3 up top that are 4 by 6 that are vertical, and then it has these little 3 by 4s. So what we did is, and also there were photos that were, like her head was chopped off, like the one with the color, her entire head was chopped off. And I was like, who took this photo? Like, why did they chop your head off? And then same thing with this one. And so I thought, well, let's trim them down. Like, let's just play up on those photos. So I did this traditional style on this side with the 3 favorite. This ended up being her dress. She almost purchased this one because it was a country style wedding and she thought it would be really fun to do that style. And then there was something about this one. I think like this one was on sale or something. So these were the 3 that she almost picked that were like in the final running, and then this is the one that she ended up picking. So with the rest of them, I just put the photos in there, and then I put in all these different business cards and things in these pockets to go along with her dress shopping. So it was the different places she went. One card had measurements and quotes on it. And then we did an 8.5 by 11, and we did the actual receipt for her bridal dress. And then she had a ton of alterations done to it. And so we stuck that in there. And then she had also gone to this bridal show. So we stuck that in there. And then these were her alterations, her receipt for her alterations. And then again, this is going to be a larger photo. So then this goes into her bridal shower. So this is her invitation, and I stuck that in there. And then this is actually the only part that's probably like really done. And then see, I did some traditional layouts, and then for her opening gifts, I just did pockets because she had so many gifts. Like, there was no way, it was just pointless to put them in a traditional layout. So the really fun thing is like, this is design, well, this is actually one of our designs. So this has the photos that are vertical, and then this has the horizontal photos. So that's a really neat way to layer that. And then here's her, it was like the bachelor party that she had. So there's lots of layering again. I really love the layered effect. And then we just keep going all the way through the bridesmaid's dress, decorating for the wedding, and then the rehearsal dinner. The rehearsal and the rehearsal dinner. Decorating. I'll have photos on the coordinating blog post. The other thing that I did at the very back of her album is I stuck in a large 12 by 12 envelope. Not page, but you know, an envelope pocket. And this I've just kind of stuck things that we've not really been able to find a place necessarily in her album, but that she wants to keep. For her designer paper, she chose some of the celebration paper from a couple years ago. It was the Enchanted designer series paper, and I had a bunch of it left over, and then I got really lucky and it went on the clearance rack, and so I purchased a bunch of it. Like, I mean, I probably purchased 20 or 24 packs of it, and I think we used 4 or 5 of the designs out of that pack. So I just really tried to alternate as I went through the designs, and that was really easy. So again, this album is put together a lot more because we've just been working on this one primarily. The next one is her wedding album, the ceremony. So let's grab that one. And this one is very much undone, okay? So again, we just batch processed. As we had her pictures, we just went through and stuck them about where we thought that they would go. So you can see this one's a lot thicker. And the paper that we chose for her ceremony was actually paper that she had liked right away when she saw it in the catalog, and had said to me, I really think this would work good in my album. And it was the Tea for Two, which was in our last occasions catalog. So it was about a year ago. So again, as I was purchasing for her album, at the time that the paper was in the catalog, I just kept buying that designer paper. And I think I bought pretty close to about 20 packs of it as well. And we've used every single design. So these are more traditional pages. Again, like, here's a traditional page. I even used my Cricut on it. and I'm just putting them together. So then you can see, like, this is going to be a 12 by 12 photo, so it's just in the page protector. And then I have a design G in here, and I just have to put in paper. And again, this one is really the one that's really not done. See, all the photos are just stuck in here. This is going to be a 12 by 12. We've just really gone through and stuck photos where we thought that they would be best. And we had to really divide the photos up. That was the other thing, is obviously I don't want 60 photos on one page. So if I'm doing a traditional layout, I need to know how many photos I'm working with. And then also, if there's more photos for that particular event or that particular moment, then I wanted to make sure I got an insert. So she was very open to the idea of inserts. She really liked the layered look, so that it was really easy for me to work that in. So like in this case, this is the flower girls walking down the aisle, and so I just cut a design. Oh, this is another older Stampin' Up one, and I just cut it in half and then had those photos in there. And then we decided to go with, in her album, the first album, we did more early espresso solid 12 by 12 pieces. And for her actual wedding, we went with very vanilla, because her wedding dress was a cream color. It wasn't bright white. And then the bridesmaids dresses, they were like a calypso coral color. So we thought that that would work really well with the very vanilla. So again, you can see we've just popped these in. If there's one photo, then that means it's going to be a 12 by 12. So like, here's one photo, it's going to be a 12 by 12 photo. So this goes through the ceremony, through all of the photos that were taken, and so that's the ceremony. So then this goes into the reception. So this is the reception, and they had people when you walked into the reception, there was a chalkboard and you could write a little message and then get your photo taken. And she actually did a digital book where she just created it. So she already had that. So we didn't really incorporate any of those photos. And then we just kind of did the time frame of the reception where everybody was hanging out before the food, and then the food and the desserts, and then the dancing. And so that's what this is back here. I obviously need more very vanilla. The dancing. And then here was the thank you cards in the back. So this is the one that really needs the most work. We really have not done anything on this album other than the first couple pages. And otherwise we haven't even really started this one. So that is my friend's wedding album. I enjoy working on it. I just wish I had more time to work on it. It's one of those things we try to get together, and then it ends up being a long time before we can get together, and we spend most of the time talking and chatting instead of working. So I'm hoping to have it done for her in the next couple of months. Again, I'll have photos on my website. You can click at the top of this video. It will take you to the coordinating blog post, and you can see photos of what some of the pages that are done. So thanks guys for coming by, and I will chat with you later.